Center. This is News Channel 8 today.
A Siesta Key woman is getting national attention for helping people drop massive amounts of weight. In some cases, well over 100 pounds after making them think thin. The story is being picked up by national network news and television stations across the country. A Sarasota woman is making headlines for helping people lose massive amounts of weight with a technique called Hypno Lap Band.
It's a way of changing your thinking without actually having to go through all the physical trauma of a surgery.
Hypnotherapist Rena Greenberg is embraced by the medical community, having worked with 75 hospitals across the country in the past 20 years. She has now fine-tuned a technique that helps people believe they've had gastric bypass surgery. People all over the country are seeing fast results in weight loss. An NBC affiliate in Philadelphia featured one of Rena's patients who saw tremendous results.
When Kathy came to me, she could barely walk. She was using a cane, she was hobbling. It was the heaviest she had ever been. And after a year's time, she's lost 120 pounds.
Rena says she helps people get out of negative mindsets and patterns of repeating old bad habits into feeling positive and in control.
For many people, they're so used to, let's say, finishing everything on the plate, they can't imagine what it would be like to push food away. But as soon as they start to get that feeling, they realize that actually feels really good. I feel very much in control. I feel good.
This was me, and this is me.
Tomorrow morning, we meet a Bay Area woman who heard about Rena's successful approach to healthy weight loss, and in a matter of months, the pounds just started melting away. Yeah, she actually just started the program not too many months ago and has lost well over 60 pounds. So people across the country are seeing weight loss, and they're even doing this via Skype. I mean, I'm talking other parts of the world are catching on to it, and they're tuning in to Rena.
That's fascinating. Very good story. It's very interesting.
Live from the News Center, this is News Channel 8 today.
New this morning, is it really possible to think thin? Well, people all over the country are losing massive amounts of weight thanks to a Siesta Key woman. I spoke with one woman who was so discouraged about gaining weight that her only hope was just to stop tipping the scales. Well, this morning, see what happened next.
This was me, and this is me. Ta-da!
From a size 20 to a 12 in a matter of months, Jackie Simmons never imagined when she decided to undergo hypnotherapy for weight loss that she would drop so much weight.
Like I said, it's like a get out of jail free card. Not only is the weight gone, but the emotional prison that I was in is gone.
Jackie told me before meeting Rena, she was completely downtrodden.
I was just so unhappy, and the unhappier I was, the more weight I was putting on.
But in just one session, Jackie saw immediate change.
The first contact I had with her afterwards was me saying, it was like somebody turned a switch off in my brain. All of my cues around food were different. What I want are the things that I feel good after I eat, that keep me moving. I have such an abundance of energy that I don't slow down.
Rena Greenberg of Siesta Key is gaining national headlines for helping people drop massive amounts of weight, in some cases well over 100 pounds, by helping them turn negative thoughts into empowering ones.
So they don't have as much of an emotional impact on us in a negative way. You don't have to relive trauma anymore. You actually can just shift so that you're moving in a new positive direction.
Now Jackie listens to reinforcement CDs and just enjoys feeling healthier and more energized.
I mean, I feel so much better.
By the way, the woman featured in the network story lost 120 pounds. Now back to Jackie. She told me that since her weight loss, she has seen the added benefit of no more pain from arthritis in her knees, and she doesn't experience the emotional roller coaster of hormone swings.
Nightline continues from New York City with Bill Weir.
For years, hypnotists were associated mostly with fairgrounds and variety shows. But in recent years, the trance-like state has emerged as a more widely accepted form of behavioral therapy. From anxiety to smoking, supporters say hypnosis can fix the body by changing the mind. But what about tricking the mind into shrinking the body? Here's ABC's Matt Gutman with an encore presentation.
1, 2, and 3. Close your eyes.
Clarissa DeLong is undergoing a radical weight loss procedure.
You're aware of the incisions being made.
She's hoping to lose 140 pounds simply by convincing her body that it's had gastric bypass surgery, but without ever going under the knife.
And you can feel that it's time to put that band on your belly.
It's called gastric bypass hypnosis. The cost is around $1,200, while real bariatric surgery can cost up to $35,000.
What was the sensation like?
It was surreal almost, you know. It was that hollowness, and it was almost like dreaming.
Clarissa has battled with her weight her entire life.
Climbed up bars.
Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
The diets she's tried worked only temporarily. But now, weighing 340 pounds, she knows she needs to lose weight somehow.
What was the final moment when you realized that you have to lose weight?
To have so many insurance companies turn me down.
6 in all, forcing her to pay a premium of $1,200 a month and accept one very scary term: morbid obesity.
I never really considered myself in that category until I saw it in black and white. Hi, Rena.
So Clarissa went to see certified hypnotherapist Rena Greenberg, whose gastric bypass hypnosis program claims weight loss results for much less than the actual bariatric surgery, about $1,200.
Deeper and deeper.
The price includes her CDs and this weight loss juice.
Bottoms up. Oh, yeah.
You like it?
I mean...
Greenberg says the hypnosis works, and clients like Clarissa will no longer crave unhealthy foods or sugary snacks.
And someone like Clarissa will no longer have a craving for it? She'll say, that does not appetize me anymore?
That's absolutely possible. So the old program is, chocolate, give me more, you know, and there's never enough. And the new program is, you know, that chocolate, it might taste good, but I don't care about it.
Every year, more than 220,000 Americans undergo painful and expensive surgical procedures to have their stomachs removed, repositioned, or constricted. The promise of surgery-free, inexpensive reprogramming of the mind could hold tremendous appeal to the 60+ million Americans classified as obese.
These are some of my favorite rings that don't fit anymore. I'm waiting till I can wear them again someday.
There are so many naysayers out there who say, come on, this can't possibly work.
Right.
What do you say to them?
I think that many of us underestimate the real power of the mind.
Dr. David Treen, a leading New Orleans bariatric surgeon, says he's unsure how long the power of suggestion that hypnosis offers can work.
And she's doing this to lose 150 pounds, basically. Is that wise?
I wouldn't say that it's unwise. I think it may be unrealistic. The reality is that there are no studies which demonstrate that kind of weight loss with hypnosis alone.
I wanted to share with you that I'm down 10 pounds.
Aware of this skepticism, Clarissa is undaunted. She's been sending us video diaries of her progress, and 6 weeks later, we dropped in for a visit.
All right, that's 20 pounds.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, it's awesome.
If you keep this up, 6 weeks, 20 pounds, in a year, that's 140 pounds. That's your goal.
I know. I'm psyched. I can do it.
Now she exercises, and all her meals, she says, look like this.
The salad's probably 200 calories maximum.
Well,
with the cheese and the nuts.
I could have more, but I get filled up fast.
You get filled up fast?
Yeah.
And already, those family heirloom rings that couldn't quite squeeze around those fingers now slip right on.
So I was very happy to get this one on. I'm just thrilled.
5 more months have passed, and Clarissa's down more than 40 pounds. She weighs less than 300 pounds for the first time in years. I'm Matt Gutman for Nightline in Orlando.
Tonight, see how this woman is using the power of her own mind to trick herself into losing pound after pound after pound. It's a surgery reserved for patients in need of extreme weight loss. But you know, more and more people are heading to the operating room table these days for bariatric surgery in hopes of drastically reducing their size. We've talked about a lot this before. There's something new, though, here in the Tampa Bay area promising big weight loss results. And you know, it does not involve going under the knife.
Not even close. Dr. Joe shows us how it's already having a dramatic impact, though, on some patients.
1, 2, and 3. Close your eyes.
Instead of going under the knife, Molly underwent hypnosis.
Soon you'll be able to go deeper and deeper.
Gastric bypass hypnosis surgery. Rena Greenberg is Molly's hypnotherapist.
We can talk ourselves into or out of anything.
In the comfort of her office, Rena takes Molly's subconscious through every step of the surgery, which reduces the stomach to the size of a walnut.
You're aware that the surgeon is making the incision in your belly. You feel your liver being moved over.
Some suggestions are graphic.
And the band being placed on your stomach.
Still, Molly doesn't remember much from her initial hypnosis.
I just remember up to the point where she says, "You're going into the operating room."
But Rena says these suggestions in the subconscious help patients like Molly make better choices.
My hypnosis is really about empowering people. And if they take the tools and use them, they really can be miraculous. Deeper and deeper into hypnotic.
If you have the mindset that you can do it, you're going to set those goals, whether they're little goals or big goals, and work towards them.
Psychiatrists tell me not everyone is receptive to hypnosis, but Molly stands by it and says it's helped her follow through with this commitment. By the way, her trainer tells us he expects her to run up to 3 miles in a month and a half. I'm Dr. Joette Giovinco, Fox 13 News.
From Tampa Bay's news leader, this is The Morning Show.
Time right now is 6:18, and it's a common problem for millions of Americans. How to lose weight and keep it off. The couple you're about to meet had hit rock bottom when they decided to do something even they didn't think would work. Well, it worked better than they could have ever imagined. And they did it without surgery, dieting, or even exercising.
It's going to be a beautiful day.
Sue and Roy May are enjoying a beautiful Saturday morning. Taking their dogs for a walk, they have a little extra glide in their stride, and it's not because they're trying to keep up with the dogs. They've actually lost 150 pounds together. Roy has lost 74, Sue 75. Married for 15 years, each has struggled with their weight. Sue was nearly 300 pounds with a BMI of close to 40%. Depressed and in pain, she had finally had enough.
You just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know, that's the bottom line. You hit some kind of an emotional bottom. I certainly did, where I was very ashamed of what I had become in terms of physically.
Roy says being overweight was all he's ever known.
I was the fat kid in school. I was a fat kid in college. I've been that way all my life.
But life as they knew it was about to change. They had been on countless diets and considered going under the knife for gastric bypass surgery. But last April, they realized to shrink their waistlines, they needed to expand their minds.
As you recall, the experience of having that band placed on your belly.
Sue and Roy lost the weight with hypnosis. Rena Greenberg performs what she calls gastric bypass hypnosis surgery. Even though it's called a surgery, there are no scalpels, sutures, or anesthesia. Just the soothing sound of Rena's voice.
With the gastric bypass hypnosis, it's actually we're simulating the surgery in hypnosis and imagining that that band is placed on the belly so you just can't eat too much food.
Sue admits she was afraid hypnosis wouldn't work, but she had nothing to lose except extra pounds. It didn't take long before she started to notice a change.
I just felt lighter in terms of just my mood, just feeling refreshed. One thing that hypnosis does is it does sort of energize you.
The true test was last Easter, just a few days after her procedure. The grandkids had an assortment of candy, and Sue didn't want any.
For me, I felt around food like, well, I need to eat to nourish my body, but I don't need to eat a bunch of Easter candy or anything like that.
Not putting junk in her body also means a healthier pantry and fridge.
And this is all veggies. Mostly all veggies, actually.
Would that have been filled with veggies before?
No.
Roy didn't think hypnosis would work at first, But he got a kick in his size 54 pants when he wasn't being treated like the other men in his office.
I felt like, he's just a fat guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. When I see the young, thin guys who are more aggressive, more involved in things.
He also faced the grim reality that his health was at stake. He had already undergone 2 open-heart surgeries and beat cancer. But he was still battling high cholesterol and diabetes, taking between 15 to 20 pills every day.
My meds run me about $700 a month in copays.
Shortly after seeing Rena, the man who ate to numb his shame was able to stare down his food demons.
Food is what I have to survive every day. It's what my body needs. I don't have a desire to feed it crap anymore.
Now the couple's desire for food has turned into desire for one another.
And when I look at her and how good she looks, she'll tell you, I'm like a 20-year-old again.
Incredible. Okay, so Rena Greenberg is kind enough to join us in studio bright and early this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, tell us a little bit about who this would work for, because it's not going to work for everyone.
Yeah, well, most people who want to lose weight have tried everything already. So it really works for the person who's, as Sue and Roy said, they've hit rock bottom. Yeah. They're ready to make this change. And what it involves is changing the way we think about food subconsciously. So really, everybody needs to do that in order to be successful. In one way or another, we have to change the way we think about food subconsciously. So we naturally prefer healthy foods, and we're turned off to harmful foods without feeling deprived.
Sure, but you have to know that people are so skeptical, and They're saying, if I can think myself thin, why do we have an obesity epidemic in this country? But you say that everyone is not able to be hypnotized because we think of it as something you're being in a trance. You have to willingly say, I want this, and I'm ready for you to tell me what I need to know.
Exactly, but Ginger, the truth is we're being hypnotized all the time by media, by advertising, by the voices in our head from the past and the pictures that we're making in our mind. So basically, instead of running the old mental movies that say I'm out of control, I have to eat everything on my plate, these mental movies have been with us since childhood. You've hurt yourself, have some cookies and milk, and it's about replacing that with new positive images of pushing food away, feeling empowered, feeling in control, and preferring healthier foods. So it's a natural state.
Yeah, and the way it works is that they see you for one session, and it kind of gets them going, and then by the 3rd session is when the actual surgery takes place.
Yes.
And you still call it a surgery.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But of course, it's just virtual. It's in the mind. Yes. But the purpose of having that package of sessions is to really get ready, lay that foundation, to take these tools forward. And I give everyone tools of reinforcement. It's about reprogramming your own mind.
Absolutely. Okay, and we're going to put that information, all of our information, Rena's website, easywillpower.com. We're going to link that to a story. I'll put it on our website a little bit later on. And by the way, it's about $1,100 to do that. Lap band gastric bypass surgery, about $50,000 or $60,000. Joe?
This is Eyewitness News.
We've all heard bariatric surgery is simply a tool for weight loss. Patients still need to do the hard work of diet and exercise. One couple says you can get the same results without going under the knife. Experts weigh in on hypnosurgery.
This may not look like bariatric surgery, but Roy and Sue May believe it's an equally effective weight loss tool.
I tried every diet in the world, and nothing worked.
But the couple says this is working. They've spent $1,100 apiece on a hypnotic procedure.
Close your eyes, close your eyes.
Rena Greenberg hypnotized the couple into thinking they had gastric bypass surgery.
So I'm actually guiding them through the experience as if it were actually happening. Going to a hospital, meeting the nurse.
Along with simulating surgery, Greenberg tries to change her client's way of thinking.
And the oily, greasy, buttery, sugary, carbohydrate processed foods that used to tempt you now look disgusting.
Definitely for me, it's been a miracle.
This is the couple before the hypnotic surgery. Here they are after. Combined, they've lost 160 pounds.
It has changed our life completely.
Greenberg tells us she has seen over 100 clients for gastric bypass hypnosis. She says 70% reported they lost weight, but bariatric surgeon Ernest Renke isn't buying it.
We actually know that the statistic is only about 4% of people long-term can take weight off and keep it off successfully. It's not going to work long-term, for them. They're going to end up reverting back to their habits of eating a little bit more, a little bit more.
The doctor says only surgery can physically shrink the stomach, reducing the amount of food that can be eaten. Greenberg sees it differently.
So it's really just writing a new program. It's having a new inner conversation about food.
It seems to be helping Roy and Sue stay on course.
Eyes open, wide awake, wide awake.
They've kept the weight off for more than a year.
Well, the battle of the bulge, it's not an easy fight to win, and while eating less and exercising more seems simple enough in theory, many people looking to lose weight find it to be a constant struggle. But what if you could program your mind to believe that your stomach has shrunk, making you eat less and ultimately lose weight? One Suncoast woman says it's possible. ABC 7's Fallon Silcox is here with details on that. Fallon?
Lauren, Rena Greenberg is a nationally known hypnotherapist, and over the last year, she started practicing gastric bypass hypnosis surgery here on the Suncoast. She says the results her clients have seen are the same as if they've had the actual surgery. Now, Greenberg said people through the process of the weight loss surgery hypnotically, and when they wake up, she says they report feeling stomachs have physically shrunk and they're no longer able to eat large portions of food.
There is no other way to lose weight except to eat less and exercise more. I mean, we all know that. And if someone's thinking that hypnosis is a magic wand, it's not. But hypnosis is an incredibly powerful tool to help us to get the right mindset so that we can eat less and exercise more without feeling deprived, without feeling denied. So it literally becomes the new normal. The mind doesn't care what we're doing. It's just running on a program. So what I'm doing now to help people lose weight is I'm helping them to change that program. I'm actually using hypnosis as a tool to help people go in and rewrite that automatic program.
Rena's helped many of her clients not only lose weight, but keep it off. And she says it's all about changing the way you think. And to help people do that, she's taking them through a gastric bypass surgery, but without the knife, without the doctor, and without any anesthesia.
People would say to me, going through the process hypnotically, I guide them through the surgery, and people would say, I actually felt like my stomach has shrunk. It's tighter, but in a positive way. I could feel that band. I could feel like I just couldn't eat any more food. It would be too much.
Now, I also spoke with one of Sarasota Memorial's registered dietitians today. She agrees with Greenberg that there is no other way to lose weight other than eating less and exercising more. But she says hypnosis can be a very powerful tool for people wanting to lose weight. Registered dietitian Laura McElroy says the mind is definitely an important part of the weight loss equation, although it still comes down to exercise and diet.
Being hypnotized can be a tool to help you in your weight loss plan, but it's only one aspect of this whole, approach to managing your weight.
Greenberg says she has dozens of clients who've gone through the gastric bypass hypnosis surgery, and they've all experienced positive results. She says the process is complete within a couple of sessions. Now, if you're interested in learning more, you can visit our website, mysuncoast.com, and look under links we mentioned.
In tonight's special report, anybody who wants to lose weight can choose from literally hundreds of plans. These days, many turn to surgery. But what if you just thought you had surgery? Alicia Vitarelli followed a local woman whose weight loss strategy is all in her mind.
Judy Seward thinks she's finally on the road to a healthy weight. Her struggle is a familiar one. Growing up in the South, food was part of every life event.
When I'm sad, when I'm happy, no matter what, I turn to food, and that's not a good thing.
Her cravings sent her straight to fast food, sweets, and salty treats. Her weight loss efforts came and went, but never brought lasting results. Those extra pounds have really taken a toll on her health.
Having trouble walking. I have high blood pressure now, borderline high cholesterol.
In April, 100 pounds over her healthy weight, Judy decided the solution to taking better care of her body was through her mind. Instead of undergoing gastric bypass, as her doctor suggested, she signed up for a session with hypnotherapist Rena Greenberg.
While you're in the hypnotic state, just keep coming back to the sound of my voice.
Greenberg says hypnosis isn't about controlling Judy's mind, rather replacing her obsessive, addictive thoughts about food with positive, healthy ones.
So when the old thought comes in, now we have a new thought that overrides it that says, no, I don't want that. I don't need that.
Greenberg also adds this twist, convincing Judy that she's had surgery to apply a band around her stomach that physically limits her food intake.
That band now is being prepared to be placed on your belly.
3.5 months later, Judy says she loves eating healthy foods like fruits and vegetables, and says the indulgent tastes she once craved now turn her off.
Just the smell of fried foods right after that session, I could not stand it, or sweet smell as well.
She's lost 30 pounds, a third of her goal, even being out of action for 3 weeks because of foot surgery.
I've been surprised at how easy it's been.
She exercises regularly with computer dance programs and listens to CDs to refresh Greenberg's positive messages.
I say yes to a new beginning.
He credits Judy's lifestyle change. She's eating healthier and she's exercising more. While as those CDs are providing positive feedback, motivational messages like that are a big part of most lifestyle modification programs.
There are so many programs to lose weight, and people who want to shed extra pounds can even go under the knife, but a Suncoast woman says her solution is less painful and works. As SNN local news reporter Amber Stidham explains, it all begins with hypnosis.
Rena Greenberg is passionate about helping those who struggle with their weight to become healthier and happier. But it may not be what you think. She motivates them through a process called gastric bypass hypnosis. Rena Greenberg struggled with a sugar addiction when she was younger, but never imagined that one day getting herself out of her own unhealthy lifestyle would lead to helping thousands of others. Greenberg is helping her clients lose weight by performing gastric bypass hypnosis as an alternative to physical surgery. The hypnosis can produce the same results as the surgery because the client believes the actual surgery took place without the cost and recovery time.
Able to access that deeper place within ourselves and change the images that are running us. We find ourselves doing new behaviors, choosing healthier foods, being more active, and it happens effortlessly.
Greenberg typically sees about 30 to 40 clients a month, helping over 100,000 people lose weight over the last 23 years. Her work spans far past the Gulf Coast. She's currently Skyping with one client in Switzerland and another in Africa. One local client, Susan May, has lost 65 pounds so far.
We're changing our lifestyle and we don't feel deprived. I mean, we often talk about, well, watching TV or something sometimes and see commercials for junk food or whatever, and it just doesn't appeal to us anymore.
May and her husband both have been seeing Greenberg since April, and together they've lost over 100 pounds.
Changing our perceptions of ourselves, food, and how we feel about that.
Grateful and blessed.
May continues to lose weight after her hypnosis surgery. She is almost halfway to her 150-pound weight loss goal. For more information, go to easywillpower.com. I'm Amber Stidham, SNN Local News.
Hi, I'm Mary Ann.
I'm Al.
And we came to Rena Greenberg for hypnosis about 2 years ago. And in that time frame, I've lost close to 100 pounds.
And I've lost 160.
And we've really done it simply by listening to the tapes, the reinforcement, and just changing our lives in a way that we've never been able to before.
I think the biggest thing is that it's changed the way that I deal with stress, and it's given me the impetus to get back into exercise and make my life better.
I think everyone knows the only way to lose weight is to eat less and to move more. But what's really happened as a result of the hypnosis and the reinforcement tapes is that we have the willpower and the mind over matter to be able to stick with it, and it's just now a lifestyle. It's not a diet, it's not anything other than the way we live, and I certainly intend to live this way for the rest of my life.
Wonderful. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you were saying that you feel like you can eat what you want, but you just don't want the foods that are harmful anymore.
That's really true, and if there's something that I would want a bite of it is more than sufficient rather than a portion. You know, it's the idea that there's more than enough, and enough is enough.
So you're just satisfied with less.
Absolutely. More than satisfied with less, yes.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And just the desire to move.
To exercise.
Yes.
Yeah. So before, you were saying exercise sort of felt like a chore.
I hated to sweat. I just, the thought of perspiration was just, I mean, I just wouldn't do it.
Right.
And now I can't wait.
It's amazing. So you feel like through the hypnosis, just your whole attitude has shifted.
The conversations that I have in my head over the last 2 years are completely different than the conversations I had in my head for the first 49 years of my life. Wow. So the total transformation in how I think and what's important, and how I deal, as he said, how we deal with stress, but also how we deal with just life.
Right.
You know, food isn't life, life is life.
Right.
And just being able to enjoy it, being able to take a walk, being able to jump on a bike or whatever, that's life.
Yes. So as a couple, how has your life changed?
I think we do more things together, and it's not all centered around eating.
Going out to eat. That was the only thing we used to do before, was go out to eat. Now we go to the gym together, or we take a walk together, or we just walk around the mall. If the weather is inclement and we want to go do something, we'll walk around the mall, or we'll go play putt-putt, or just things that we wouldn't have done before. We would go on vacation before, and I couldn't walk a block.
Yes.
And now, you know, we'll take a 5 or 6 mile walk, and that was just, you know, an hour in the morning, and still have a whole day, whereas before, that wasn't going to happen.
That's incredible. 260 pounds
between the two of them. 2 people.
Yes. Yes. Well, you're an inspiration, and you must be very proud of yourself.
Well, we absolutely owe it all to you, and thank you so very much.
Oh, thank you so much. Is there anything you'd like to share with anybody who's struggling right now and feels like, how am I ever going to lose 100 pounds?
You're going to do it. You're just going to do the hypnosis and do the follow-up tapes, and it's just going to happen. This wasn't something that we tried to do. It just happened. That, to me, is the most amazing part of it. It wasn't an effort. It's just happened.
Setting your goal on being healthy and not tying it to, I want to lose X amount of weight, or I want to do this. As long as you, if your goal is to get healthy, then that's the easiest thing to do. And don't let a number kind of define
Exactly.
what your success is.
Yeah, I look at it that way. The weight loss is a side benefit. It's about really taking your life back, being in control, not the food.
Absolutely. And being able to live.
Yes.
You know, when you can't walk a block, that's not a life.
That's not a life, no.
No.
Well, congratulations, Al and Marianne, thank you so much for sharing this story with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, from the station that's taking action for you, this is ABC Action News.
Later this hour, I'm going to tell you about hypnosis that can convince you you've had surgery. One woman says she's a believer. I'll explain how it works, and I'll tell you how much she says she's lost. Thanks, Dennis. Well, you've probably heard you can use hypnosis to lose weight, but what about to avoid weight loss surgery? One Tampa Bay woman says it is working for her.
I was morbidly obese, more than 100 pounds over my supposed weight.
Debbie Manger is 30 pounds lighter and a couple of pant sizes smaller thanks to a virtual surgery.
These are a size 24, and they fit me 2 months ago before I met Rena, and now I'm an 18.
Like many obese individuals, Debbie first tried diets. She even considered gastric bypass surgery when related medical issues became overwhelming.
My blood pressure was too high, my cholesterol was, getting up there, so I definitely would qualify for it, and I did consider it, but it scared me. That was major surgery.
Imagining now a brilliant life.
That's when she heard about Rena Greenberg and a unique type of hypnosis.
I guide people into the hypnotic state, and we simulated actual bariatric surgery. So when the person comes out, they actually feel as if their stomach
is smaller.
And I actually tasted the anesthesia.
Afterwards, Debbie says she had none of the pain after surgery, but what she expects would have been the results.
After just, 5 or 6 bites of something, you're satisfied, which to me was amazing because I could eat a lot.
Gastric bypass hypnosis, which actually started in Europe, has been gaining momentum here in the United States as an alternative for physical surgery. But what do the surgeons think about that?
I think this is fairly new and interesting.
Dr. Michel Muir and his team at USF and TGH have performed weight loss surgery on more than 3,500 patients.
We have long-term data that shows that most patients that go through through our program would lose about 50 to 60% of the excess weight that they carry.
While Muir says hypnosis is a safe treatment, he worries that patients are at risk of gaining the weight back.
Traditionally, most of the non-operative treatments that do not involve actual operations and inclusion in a multidisciplinary team approach have no long-term effects in maintaining the weight loss.
But Rena Greenberg disagrees.
For many people, it can be a lifelong experience. Again, I feel the reinforcement is a very important part of it, but part of it is just getting into new habits. And if you'd like some more information on gastric bypass hypnosis, head on over to my Facebook fan page, look for Linda Hurtado under Pages, and click like, and I will link you to Rena's wellness site.
But you just bring yourself back to the sound of my voice.
Mind over matter, the local expert who is helping people trick their bodies into losing weight. See it in action.
A new spin on an old idea is helping some people lose weight. In fact, a lot of weight.
Yeah, they're getting hypnotized to believe they've actually had weight loss surgery.
And you remember the day of your gastric bypass surgery as if it were yesterday.
Hypnotherapist Rena Greenberg says 70% of her clients lose weight and keep it off. She hypnotizes them to believe they've had a band placed around their stomach. Afterwards, clients think their stomach is dramatically smaller, helping them feel full even after eating small amounts. Greenberg calls bypass hypnosis a safe alternative to a risky operation.
You really know that you don't have a band on your belly, but it's a fantasy that feels real and that works to create the result you want.
Greenberg says there are no negative side effects. However, there is little, if any, scientific research that finds bypass surgery hypnosis actually works. And all new at 6 o'clock tonight, we'll meet a woman who had tried everything to lose weight but says nothing worked until this. Wait until you see just how much she lost thinking herself thin. All new tonight on NBC 10 News at 6.
I love the sound of that.
It really is remarkable. You have to watch it at 6 o'clock and really see what that's about.
We'll see it at 6.
This is NBC 10 News.
Weight loss surgery is an effective but dramatic way to drop pounds. But now, some are using their minds to try for the same results without the risk. NBC 10's Jacqueline London joins us now with the story of a woman who tried gastric bypass hypnosis.
That's right. It really is pretty remarkable how much this has worked for one woman. It is a way to think yourself thin, tricking your mind and body through hypnosis into thinking you've had weight loss surgery.
That was me.
She's happy to show off her old jeans. That's because 64-year-old Kathy McHugh says she has struggled most of her life to lose weight and finally has, dropping 116 pounds. Here she is before and now.
It's changed my entire life.
Desperate to lose weight, McHugh shelled out over $1,100 for gastric bypass hypnosis.
Close your eyes.
Hypnotherapy to make her believe she had weight loss surgery.
Remember going into the hospital and your stomach being smaller.
Certified hypnotherapist Rena Greenberg says it works through the power of the mind.
We're actually simulating the surgery in the hypnotic state. The suggestions are that there's a band being placed on the belly, and that band is making the stomach smaller.
How this affects your portion control is unbelievable.
McHugh had the hypnosis almost a year ago and says she's still losing, often up to 4 pounds a week.
You really know that you don't have a band on your belly, but it's a fantasy that feels real and that works.
But scientific studies find hypnosis offers very modest success. The average loss is about 6 pounds when combined with exercise and counseling, and the weight usually comes back. Greenberg admits that not all of her clients lose, but says most do.
Well, hypnosis is just another form of behavior modification.
She says it worked for her and has the weight loss to prove it. To learn more, log on to NBC10.com and search weight loss hypnosis.
It's 10 o'clock now. Fox 35 News at 10.
You got me hypnotized.
Close your eyes and just listen to the sound of my voice. And my voice will relax you, soothe you.
The voice of Rena Greenberg is the voice that helped these women win their war with weight through hypnosis.
My name is Mary Ann, and I've lost 100 pounds.
My name is Stacy, and I've lost 32 pounds.
Combined, that's as much weight as an entire person. Then consider that Rena Greenberg has worked with tens of thousands of people, and consider that the average car weighs about 4,000 pounds. Well, that means that Rena has easily helped people lose the combined weight of a whole parking lot of cars.
To me, the most dramatic thing is not just the number on a scale. It's the shift that happens in your mind. The truth is, we're being hypnotized all day long by advertising, the media, the voices in our head, the voices from the past, our parents, our close friends, family. And a lot of times the messages aren't serving us. And basically we're an autopilot, just responding to those messages as if they were true. And so doing hypnosis the way I do it, it's about taking a look at what you want in your life and then starting to embrace new messages that'll help you to reach what your heart's desire is.
For Stacy and Mary Ann, it's simple. Lose weight.
And oily, greasy, buttery, empty calorie foods. Imagine yourself pushing these foods away from you.
And they have been for months, showing real results.
It's absolutely reprogramming the way you think about food.
And when I look at people eating other things, it kind of grosses me out now, to be honest. Yeah, it turns my stomach to see some of the things when I watch other people eat their lunches. Where before I'd have been enjoying the same thing, now it's like, oh God, no. Can't go there.
New perspectives accomplished through hypnosis DVDs, CDs, and books Rena offers through her website, Easy Willpower, though maybe none as powerful as her technique to convince people they've had gastric bypass surgery without the actual procedure.
I feel like what I'm helping people achieve is freedom, because when we're eating anything we want, anytime we want, we have the illusion that we're free, but really there's a great deal of suffering.
Suffering which slides away.
As I count you now, 1, slowly, gently coming back into the room. 2,
with every session.
3, feeling so empowered.
It's the best thing I ever did. It's changing everything in my life, not just weight. Stress, job, relationships, everything is completely different.
4, eyes opening.
I absolutely credit Rena with saving my life. I don't believe that I would have been able to go on the way I was.
5, eyes open, wide awake.
Chase Kane,
wide awake.
Fox 35 News.
Hi, I'm Maureen, and I came to see Rena about weight loss. When I first came, I was skeptical at best that I could succeed at this program. But I'm here to tell you now that I did succeed at this program, and I am succeeding every day. I started this program a week ago, and I've already felt huge differences and changes in my life. The biggest change I feel is I went from a dark cloud, feeling tired and miserable most of the time, to feeling like I had my internal light lit. I'm so excited with the new energy and the new focus I have on myself and making myself and my life better, that I wanted to share with everyone I can. The first week, I've lost 6 pounds already, and I'm delighted. I can already feel healthier and more energetic. I've enjoyed sharing this with my family, and the delight I see in Rena's face when I share with her makes me really proud of myself and knows that I'm successful at this. I finally found the key to my future, and I recommend you do this too. I'm changing my eating habits without even thinking about it. The other day I made homemade pizza for my family, and instead of wanting to eat the crust, I was trying to think of a better way that I could eat the pizza without the carbs. So what I did is I took zucchini and I sliced them and opened them up, and I made my pizza on top of my zucchini. And as it turns out, my whole family likes the zucchini pizza better than the pizza with the caramel crust. So I feel like that was a great success. Another great success I had this week was I put on a bathing suit and went in the swimming pool for the first time in 10 or 15 years. I feel like that was something I never ever would have done before. And now I felt comfortable enough with my own person to go and do that. And it's just a step in enlightening my life. I was a complete soda addict. I was drinking 9 or more cans of soda, Diet Pepsi, a day. And it's a very unhealthy habit, which it became almost like more than a habit. It was like an addiction to me. And I am proud to say that I have not had a soda for at least a whole week now. And I don't miss it at all. I don't miss it. I don't miss the flavor. And when I look at it, I'm repulsed. So that was something I never, ever thought would happen. And here I am proudly stating that I choose water. I choose water every day. And I feel 100% better. And I thank you from the bottom of my soul, Rena.
Hi, my name's Suzanne, and I just want to share with you the wonderful experiences I'm having with Rena, who is the hypnotist that I'm coming to for weight loss. And I have to tell you how impressed I am that the hypnotism has started changing my life in so many ways. I have tried all diets that just only worked for a short time, and then I would go back to my old ways. My whole way of looking at food has changed. I am now changing my thought patterns are changing from the CDs, the hypnotism, the books, all of the information is just each day getting a little more embedded.
Hi, I'm Katie Jane, and I came to see Rena about 6 weeks ago, and I feel great. I did the gastric bypass surgery hypnosis, and it's just been wonderful. I've lost 30 pounds, and I'm eating a lot less. I have no cravings for McDonald's and all the junk food that I was eating, and I'm drinking Slender cider 3 times a day, and this has just been wonderful. I have so much more energy. I'm exercising at the gym, and I can just tell a whole difference in my attitude and my outlook on life. It's just been a wonderful experience, and I'm looking forward to my journey ahead as I continue to lose weight, but also just how I feel with everyday life. And again, this Slender cider, I cannot emphasize enough. 3 bottles a day, it's like the best medicine ever without being on any kind of diet or pills, and food tastes so much better, and salads and fish and chicken and lots of fruits. I look forward to the journey as ahead as I continue to feel fabulous and become who I want to be.
Hi, my name is Linda, and about 5-6 weeks ago I came to see Rena for gastric bypass hypnosis surgery. I had read about it in the newspaper, and it sounded like a great idea. So I decided to give it a try. I'd certainly tried a lot of other things, and yet I was kind of stuck being heavy. And whenever I would diet, I would feel very deprived. And so I thought I would sign up to come and see Rena. Since that time, it's been amazing. I've lost 7 pounds, and it seems like I haven't even tried. I've been eating healthy foods. I've been not stuffing myself, eating small amounts of food. I still have my salads, which I love. I'm not drinking sodas anymore because of all the chemicals, and I just decided I could do without that. And so I'm not drinking sodas. I'm really not drinking anything but water and tea and some Slender cider. I don't feel deprived. This is very easy to do. I pretty much have what I want. I haven't been wanting Cheez-Its and potato chips and cookies and ice cream and the things I used to really, really want. And probably my all-time favorite food is carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. And I really haven't really given it much of a thought lately. I've gone to some places and I have just eaten a half a baked potato and a salad and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and just either carried the rest home or just said, no, I don't want it. I'm just gonna leave it. It's okay. So I'm very, very happy with the results. I think this is going to be wonderful. I'm not writing down my food. I'm not weighing and measuring everything I put in.
Hi, I'm Cindy, and on a whim I came and saw Rena last month from something I saw on TV, and I tried everything else, so I thought, why not try the gastric bypass hypnosis surgery? And I felt very comfortable with Rena from the beginning and tried it and came for the sessions, and then I went home and actually listening to the CDs every day just helped me and reinforced it, because I really was skeptical when I first left, and every day it got a little stronger and a little stronger, and I've actually taken away more than I ever expected to from it, because I didn't expect to be so conscious of my health or what I'm eating. I was more focused on just losing weight, but instead I ended up really becoming more focused on healthy living, eating better healthy foods, whole foods. I drink a Slender cider, which gets me through a day. I love it. It's just fulfilling, and I feel like I'm doing something good for myself when I eat, when I drink it. And I drink that 2 or 3 times a day, and I ended up getting more out of this than I ever thought I would. I feel like I have a whole new look and lease on life, and I feel I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm never hungry. I've given up sugar. I've given up stuff that I never thought I would ever give up. I used to always need my sweet, even if they were sugar-free drinks, I thought, well, how can that hurt me? But all of a sudden, taking all that away took away all my cravings. I'm very content with what I eat. I'm very happy with what I eat, and I feel like I'm doing good for myself, and I'm losing weight, and I'm not really trying. It's just kind of the byproduct of eating right. I never thought I would think this way, and I'm really glad. I'm really grateful that I met Rena. That's all I have to say.
So tell me, what are the changes that have happened for you since the hypnosis we did together?
Well, it had a great impact on a lot of levels for me. When I heard about your hypnosis program from a friend, I was very unhappy with my professional life. I was very restless, and she just thought that I really needed to hear you. And I was overweight, significantly overweight, but I wasn't focused on my weight at the time. I was just really kind of miserable. I'd worked for an advanced degree, a master's degree, and I was still in my same role, and I was really wanting to move forward, but I didn't have clarity or confidence to leave what was secure. And so I came to the class, and I really loved the message. I felt like I was really meant to be in the workshop, and I went home and did everything you told me to do. And I do like healthy food, so that certainly is helpful, but I was way crazy with portion control. Right. And I definitely I developed over the course of time a great amount of control about my eating, and then all other aspects of my life came to sort of fall in place. I became much happier. I really read the chapters in the book about becoming who you were really meant to be, and that really resonated for me. So, I mean, it was really what I did. I mean, during my vacation, the first 7 days, I know I listened to the tape or the CD a couple of times each day. Yeah. And I listened to the CD every day. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a whole year. I mean, I just kept listening. I mean, my husband even used it to relax. We just, I really used it a lot. But over the course of time, what it enabled me to do, I mean, I had so much increased confidence. I lost weight. I became a little more vivacious with my exercise routines. And so I was more fit than I'd ever been in my whole life.
Wow.
And this is just a little while ago. This is a few years ago. What
ago.
happened was the pounds, little by little, came off. I wrote my little cards and my affirmations. I did those affirmations many times a day. I really integrated them. And it was a really great process for me. Lo and behold, I lost weight. I became more involved in my exercise program. I toned like I never looked so good before in my life.
Wow.
And I also began to be open to other jobbers.
Yeah, so the hypnosis helped you stay balanced.
Yes.
Connected.
Yeah, right. And just keeping with the affirmations and that whole thrust really has helped me a great deal.
Yeah. Well, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to hear about your success, not only with the weight loss,
right,
but in all areas, how that expanded to other areas of your life.
Totally.
And that's how I look at it. All areas of our life are connected.
Mm-hmm.
And when we make a positive change in one area, it's going to filter out to all the other areas. So you've lost weight, you've moved to a higher level in your career.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that this change is for my life,
yes,
which is what you tell us.
Yes, it's a life change.
Yeah.
No going back.
Because there's no need to. I'm really comfortable and happy.
Yes. And the thing is, there's no deprivation, no denial. People think, oh, I'm afraid to leave, like you said, afraid to leave what's familiar, when we have something so much better awaiting.
Yeah, and everything in moderation.
Yes,
I mean, it's
exactly.
just really about portion control and thinking consciously, and then having it be habit. You don't even think.
Exactly. The hypnosis makes it a habit subconsciously, and that's the difference. It's not, oh, I have to eat this, I shouldn't eat this, good, bad, right, wrong. It's just, what does my body need? What do I want? That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank you
Marilyn.
so
And
much.
thank you so much for sharing your story.
I'm happy to. You helped me a great deal.
Oh, feel blessed. Thank you. Hi, Karen. It's good to see you. So it's been about 5 weeks since you had your gastric bypass hypnosis. How's everything been going?
Everything's great. I just feel so much lighter and more energetic, healthier, happier, more peaceful.
Wow, I know, I can feel it. That's wonderful. And you were saying that you went on a cruise and you've been traveling all this time and you're still...
Pretty much the whole time, yes. Back and forth. It's been a little crazy, but I've been able to make healthier choices and eat less and move more. So it's been great.
That's great. Yeah, you were saying you park now further away and walk to your destination.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I was in Greece and Italy, you know, I mean, Venice, Italy, you can't get in a car, you know.
Exactly.
You have to walk, and it was fine. I was, you know, pulling suitcases up steps, and everything was good.
That's great. Wonderful. And you said you've been drinking Thunder cider?
I have been, yes. And it tastes great. You
You
know,
like
I didn't expect it to taste great, but it does.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. So you find it helpful?
Yes, I think that it is helping curb my appetite a little, but
yes,
mostly it just feels really hydrating.
Hydrating.
Yes.
Yeah, nourishing. Oh, good. Oh, well, Karen, thank you so much. I mean, your clothes look looser. You look great.
Yes, I'm enjoying moving more. I really hated exercise before. I even hated the word exercise. But yes, I actually look forward to moving and walking and being energetic now.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name's Darcy. I came to see Rena in 2004. I started gaining weight. I had given up a lot of other vices, and I started replacing it with food, with carbs and sugar, and oh my God, you name it. And I came to see her, and out of the blue, I started listening to her reinforcement tape, and all of a sudden I'm at the grocery store. I'm buying chicken breasts, and I'm buying all these healthy salad and spinach, and I just changed the way I ate without another thought to it. And for 8 years, I've kept off almost 30 pounds. In 2011, last year, I went through a stressful time and started picking up carbs again, but I was still eating healthy, but I started noticing, I started picking up carbs a little bit, so I came back to see Rena again. All of a sudden, I'm back on my total gym, back eating healthy, the carbs and the sugar are out, and I have Rena to thank for that.
Tonight on Nightline, think yourself thin. Can you get the effects of gastric bypass simply by imagining you had the surgery? One woman's journey to lose major pounds using only the power of her mind.
From the global resources of ABC News with Terry Moran, Cynthia McFadden, and Bill Weir in New York City. This is Nightline, March 23rd, 2012.
Good evening, I'm Bill Weir. For years, hypnotists were associated more with fairgrounds and variety shows, but in recent years, the trance-like state has emerged as a more widely accepted form of behavioral therapy. From anxiety to smoking, supporters say hypnosis can fix the body by changing the mind, but what about tricking the mind into shrinking the body? Here's ABC's Matt Gutman.
1, 2, and 3. Close your eyes.
Clarissa DeLong is undergoing a radical weight loss procedure.
You're aware the incision's being made.
She's hoping to lose 140 pounds simply by convincing her body that it's had gastric bypass surgery, but without ever going under the knife.
And you can feel that it's time to put that band on your belly.
It's called gastric bypass hypnosis. The cost is around $1,200, while real bariatric surgery can cost up to $35,000.
What was the sensation like?
It was surreal almost, you know. It was that hollowness, and it was almost like dreaming.
Clarissa has battled with her weight her entire life.
Climbed out bars.
Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
The diets she's tried worked only temporarily.
If you could tell us what you particularly like to eat.
Cookies, pie, chocolate, you know, and I'm willing to give them up.
She says real bariatric surgery is too expensive and too drastic. But now, weighing 340 pounds, she knows she needs to lose weight somehow.
What was the final moment when you realized that you have to lose weight? That it eventually will be a life or death issue for you?
To have so many insurance companies turn me down.
6 in all, forcing her to pay a premium of $1,200 a month and accept one very scary term: morbid obesity.
I never really considered myself in that category until I saw it in black and white.
It must have felt pretty scary.
It did. So I knew I had to figure out a plan that was going to be a lifetime plan, because I want to be around for my son. Hi, Rena.
So Clarissa went to see certified hypnotherapist Rena Greenberg, whose gastric bypass hypnosis program claims weight loss results for much less than the actual bariatric surgery, about $1,200.
Deeper and deeper.
The price includes her CDs and this weight loss juice.
Bottoms up.
Oh, yeah.
You like it?
I mean, Greenberg says the hypnosis works, and clients like Clarissa will no longer crave unhealthy foods or sugary snacks.
And someone like Clarissa will no longer have a craving for this? She'll say, that does not appetize me anymore?
That's absolutely possible. So the old program is, chocolate, give me more, you know, and there's never enough. And the new program is, you know, that chocolate, it might taste good, but I don't care about it.
Every year, more than 220,000 Americans undergo painful and expensive surgical procedures to have their stomachs removed, repositioned, or constricted. The promise of surgery-free, inexpensive reprogramming of the mind could hold tremendous appeal to the 60+ million Americans classified as obese.
These are some of my favorite rings that don't fit anymore. I'm waiting till I can wear them again someday.
I had the procedure done at the end of June, and that's 76 pounds that I've lost since then.
It certainly seems to be working for Molly Everett, who quit all sugars and starches cold turkey.
In July, I was using a cane, and I had a knee brace on. I ran 3 miles in December. If you would have told me in July, I couldn't have walked 3 miles, but now I can run 3 miles.
There are so many naysayers out there who say, come on, this can't possibly work.
Right.
What do you say to them?
I think that many of us underestimate the real power of the mind.
Dr. David Trina, leading New Orleans bariatric surgeon, says he's unsure how long the power of suggestion that hypnosis offers can work.
And she's doing this to lose 150 pounds, basically. Is that wise?
I wouldn't say that it's unwise. I think it may be unrealistic. The reality is that there are no studies which demonstrate that kind of weight loss with hypnosis alone.
I wanted to share with you that I'm down 10 pounds.
Aware of this skepticism, Clarissa is undaunted. She's been sending us video diaries of her progress, and 6 weeks later, we dropped in for a visit.
All right, that's 20 pounds.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, it's awesome.
If you keep this up, 6 weeks, 20 pounds, in a year, that's 140 pounds. That's your goal.
I know. I'm psyched. I can do it.
Now she exercises, and all her meals, she says, look like this.
The salad's probably 200 calories maximum.
Well,
with the cheese and the nuts.
I could have more, but I get filled up fast.
You get filled up fast?
Yeah. I'm 50. I want to be 60. I want to be 70.
And already those family heirloom rings that just 6 weeks ago couldn't squeeze around those fingers now slip right on.
So I was very happy to get this one on. I'm just thrilled.
I'm Matt Gutman for Nightline in Orlando.
Transformation. This woman went looking like this. We're going to see a before picture right here. Now she looks like this. And this is just a matter of months. Losing all that weight thanks to diet, exercise, and something else. She's getting a physical boost by conditioning her mind. Dr. Joe shows us how it's paying off for this weight loss wonder.
3, 2, 1, go! Pull it, drive it, let's go. Push and breathe.
It's a morning ritual that's not for the faint of heart. We first met Molly Everett at Fitness Boot Camp.
Molly first came out here. Molly couldn't hardly do anything.
The 58-year-old was pushing 315 pounds. She tried diet and exercise. Surgery was next.
I looked up gastric bypass because I had to do something about my weight. And I was thinking, I don't want to go through this operation.
So Molly tried something new.
2 and 3, close your eyes.
Instead of going under the knife, Molly underwent gastric bypass hypnosis.
You're aware that the surgeon is making the incision in your belly.
For several months, hypnotherapist Rena Greenberg has taken Molly's subconscious through every step of weight loss surgery.
And the band being placed on your stomach.
Suggestions are graphic.
She really helps.
Molly believes it helped save her life.
Total, I've lost 115 pounds.
These days, you'll find Molly in the gym.
See, I don't go for the big ones either.
She lifts weights.
This one's my favorite to do now because I was so bad at it to begin with.
She's also quite serious about running.
Quarter of a mile in a little under 4 minutes. I'm working on a 15-minute mile.
Molly believes her physical transformation is thanks to the gastric bypass hypnosis.
I wouldn't have the stick-to-itiveness that I have. I'm able to, whereas before if I had fallen off the sugar wagon, I'd have been pulling the sugar wagon along with me for the next 3 months.
Our associations with food change, and instead of associating pleasure with those foods that are harmful to us, we just don't want them anymore. So the temptation just becomes less and less.
A journey of the body and the mind.
To feel vital, fit, healthy, and alive.
Pushing Molly to exceed her weight loss goals.
I like it, so I'm going to do it. And even though I'm not an athlete on any level other than my own, it's good to feel like an athlete and not someone who's given up on themselves.
I'm Dr. Joette Giovinco, Fox 13 News.
And Molly hopes to lose another 50 pounds. Her gastric bypass hypnosis cost $1,100. We did put more information about it on My Fox Tampa Bay.